when bad news is good news. Well, well, what, Wanda? I asked back. I'm finally doing laundry, something I almost forgotten how to do. Don't play with me, Georgia. Did you give it up or not? Did he get rid of the cobwebs? Webs, did you fall back in love? Is he the same or better or worse after 1,000 years? We hugged, and he's much better. Hugged. Clothes on or off? On. Don't tell me Abraham's gay. No, but he's engaged. And that's not the same as married. Okay, Wanda, side eyeing you again. I told you I wasn't trying to hook up with him, Wanda. My goodness. Did he want to or didn't he want to? Oh, he wanted to. We both did. But it would have been dangerous for both of us. You know what? Don't even bother explaining. I don't know any man in his right mind who would turn down some free puss. You can really be crass sometimes. That's the word. She's very crass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's for your ears only. Anyway, so how'd he look? And what's he been up to? He looks better now than he did back then. He's a farmer. A what? He owns a farm. He grows soybeans and rice and sweet potatoes and fights in Congress for black farmers. And he lives outside of New Orleans. You sure that's all he grows? Let me say this. It was cathartic. Okay, that's a word. It was cathartic. Cathartic for both of us. Well, that's just great and pretty fucking boring. I'm very disappointed that nothing came out of this. Not even a single orgasm. What a waste. Wanda trying to get you, girl. Estelle had to go and have another girl. And Frankie had a boy 3 weeks later. Oh, they had the baby. I understand that twins aren't crazy about Dove. In fact, they said they wish she'd fly away. With those two, she's devils running around. Dove's going to have to be one cool baby sister. I volunteered to take a few days off to help Estelle, but she insisted it wasn't necessary. I asked her how Justin was adjusting to his new daughter, and she just said that Justin's making all kinds of adjustments and asked me to give her a few weeks to get settled into more mothering. So what else could I say? Levi, my grandson, looks about 30 when I lay eyes on him. Wow! Even though he's black, he looks Chinese, but he smells new. His eyes are tiny black marbles. I've been holding him in his mint green blanket for a half an hour, and he's just fallen asleep. I like the way Levi feels in my arms, so I don't put him in his crib. Frankie decided to take advantage of my grandparenting presence and has beelined it to Target to buy a few things and get a Starbucks. I look around their Hansel and Gretel house and can't imagine how they pass each other without bumping. OMG, this little boy is snoring. I try not to laugh as I push myself up from this crunchy rattan chair, but it takes another attempt before I'm standing. Levi is in phase as I walked into his parents' room and put him in his crib. There's about 6 inches between his bed and theirs. This room is the size of my walk-in closet. But, like mother, like daughter, it's full of color. The walls are turquoise, but the ceiling is pale orange. They painted the door gold rod, which doesn't make much sense to me, but then again, I don't have to live in this tiny box they call home. I shouldn't judge. You're right, you shouldn't judge. While he sleeps, I go into the kitchen to get something to drink and see what looks like a pile of typewritten papers on the cute little IKEA table. It's one of Frankie's stories. It has no title. As soon as I start reading, I realize it's written in the voice of an elderly woman who has magical powers and can make pain evaporate in those who don't deserve it. This is my daughter. I'm only up to page 10 when I hear her pull up, and I quickly straighten the stack as neatly as it was and go sit in the living room. I hope she changes her major again. Hunter was right. I opened the front door for her. You need help? Nope, I'm good. Are you sure? You shouldn't be lifting anything heavy yet, Frankie. These Pampers are weightless, and so is my latte. How's my little man doing? He's fine. Frankie? Yes, Mom? I read some of your wonderful story, and I wasn't snooping, but I just want you to know how impressed I am. And if what I read is any indication of how good you are, please don't stop. Her eyes open wide, almost in disbelief, but then she sees the sincerity in mine and relaxes. That means so much to me, Mom, she says, and gives me a strong hug. I head into their room to check on the little man, and those sparkling black eyes are wide open, and I swear he's smiling at me. I'm pretty sure sweet Levi already knows who his grandma is. Aww. Sorry, you guys have my eye. I'm afraid I'm not the bearer of good news, Marina says at the close of business, which seems to be the only chance we get to talk. Which only seems to get the chance to talk about anything. I should have known that something was up, because for the first time in almost 5 years, she's not wearing black. Come on in and have a seat, I say, since my door isn't closed. I lean back in my chair and want to cross my arms, but it might make me look like I'm upset, which I'm not. I know that this day was coming. I'm just surprised it's taken so long. I'm moving to New York, she says as she eases into the chair in front of my desk and sliding it back to make room so those long legs don't bump into it. This sounds like good news to me. I need a change. Haven't you ever felt like that, Doc? I think I have. I mean, seriously, when every day feels the same and the needle just doesn't move. It's the reason I've been divorced twice. I heard that, she says. Would you like a glass of wine? About to pop the cork now. She goes over to my hidden refrigerator and whips out a bottle of something good. Yes, I believe in product replacement, she says, laughing. Sometimes after everybody's gone, I've sat in here and blasted Pandora and only leave the lighting on in the cabinets. And I'll be honest, I've had sex with a few boyfriends in the lunchroom, on the floor behind the reception counter, and even in the exam room chairs, which is fabulous, I might add. Disgusting. Oh my gosh. For real though? I think this you think this shocks me? I asked amused. It shocked me. She runs to the lunchroom and comes back with 2 plastic glasses, even though I have real ones in the cabinet. She pops the cork and pours us both a full glass of Sauvignon Blanc. I'm going to circle that word just in case I ain't saying it right. You've got good taste in wine, Doc. Glad you approve, Miss Thang, I say and try to get the smirk off my face, but then decide I want her to see it. I take a very long swallow, then cross my legs as if I'm waiting for her to tell me the real reason she's ready to leave the Bay Area. So, I want to know what you're going to do in New York, which is even more expensive than San Francisco. But I'm not asking to be discouraging, so don't take it that way. Oh, I'm not. Do you know where I've been living all these years? With your parents. She nodded. It's embarrassing, but I've had the freedom to come and go as I please, and I've managed to save up a bundle. I've got a cousin in New York who lives on Roosevelt Island, and I'm going to try to find a job in fashion. It's always been my passion. I've been taking merchandising and fashion design classes at the Academy of Art on weekends and evenings, so I'm bringing something with me. Why haven't you ever said anything? Because I didn't want you to think I had another agenda, like some fine man I know. You thought Mercury was fine? Hell to the yeah. I'm glad you had an agenda, But I know you had so much more going for you, Marina. I'm thrilled you're finally taking a risk on yourself. Give me an example of a big one you took. Wait, hold that thought, she says, and jumps up to head over to the fridge. You don't mind today, do you? Since we're celebrating, aren't we? Drink whatever you want to. I can put you in a cab if you get too buzzed. On that note, she refills her glass, and I gulp the rest of mine down and hold it out. She pours, sit back down, puts her elbows on my desk, all ears. This is about you, Marina. Okay, forget about the risk bullshit. How do you make changes when you get old? My bad again, Doc. I meant older. Forgive? Forgiven. But let me say this. When you get older, you have the understanding that it would be stupid to change what's been working for you. But sometimes you come to your senses and realize you're not happy. You're bored and lonely, and you haven't been laid in years. And on top of all this, you admit that your profession is dull and unfulfilling, and you just decide you're going to break up the monotony and sell your big ass home, and you're going to take some classes in anything that excites you, and you're also going to sell your interest in your practice and then figure out what the hell you're going to do next. No shit. And she holds her hands up to give me a high five. How many years? How many years what? Since you've been laid? I count 4 fingers. You gotta fucking be kidding me. I now realize I'm almost drunk and should never have admitted to that, and especially to a 30-year-old, sexually active, attractive, 6 foot tall Japanese woman. But too late. I wish I were, but you don't die. I'm only feeling like you're dying. It only feels like you're dying, which is why I'm about to become a whore. We both slapped the desk too hard with our palms, and we're not that drunk because it stings both of us, and we can't stop laughing, but then we do. And a kind of sadness suddenly takes the laughter's place. So does this mean you're seriously planning to leave optometry? Yes. Good. This is one boring fucking profession. It is. When? Next year, hopefully. And what are you going to do? Paint stuff, make stuff, turn tricks? What kind of stuff would you paint and make? Don't know yet. Paint something cool. But please don't make any curtains or shits like that. I won't. So since this probably is going to be like our last hurrah, can I ask you something that might sound corny since you're old and full of wisdom? I'm just going to go ahead and be old this evening. Nothing is corny, Marina. Okay, so what do you wish you've done differently when you were young? Whoa, wow, why? I just want to know, when I get older, if I'll have like a long fucking list of regrets. I don't know why I can't stop swearing, and I hope I'm not pissing you off. I shake my head. Well, I think we have regrets at every age, but can you be a little more specific? No, I can't. Just say whatever comes out, Doc. I need a minute to think about that. Hold that thought. I need to pee. Go to the bathroom. Wait, I hope you're giving us at least a 2 weeks notice. Try 3 months from now. I'm Japanese. I plan my life in advance. Plus, I wouldn't stick you and Dr. L. And she dashes off. I don't know if I can answer her question right now. I'm feeling a little tipsy myself, but I take another sip anyway. This is fun, and she's back. Marina must pee like a bird. She flopped down in the chair and leans on her elbows and stare those glassy eyes into mine. I'm listening. I don't know. I wish I read more, so I know more. Are you fucking serious? That's the first thing that comes into your head? Come on, Doc. Rattle them off like you've got Tourette's or something. And no offense to anybody with Tourette's. God, I probably wouldn't have majored in biology and would not have gone to optometry school. I would have traveled more, and I still intend to, and I probably live in a foreign country for a while, and maybe have tried dating outside my race and learning to speak French and Italian, and maybe not married my second husband. Have you ever dated anybody besides black guys, Doc? Nope. They're no different from the rest of them. Trust me. I fucked just about every ethnicity known to mankind. She telling the truth. I did have sex with a white guy when I was in college. And he was pretty good. But I was worried what would happen if I liked him. Duh. This is America. You're too old school. I date anybody I find interesting. I don't believe in discriminating. Duh yourself. That was like 1970s and the world was a mess. Okay, I'm getting tired and maybe a little drunk. But would you have chosen to do had you not gone? But what would you have chosen to do had you not gone the whole seeing is believing route? I want to answer, but I don't think I have it in me to explain another thing. Oh, to hell with it, Doc. But I'll bet you a pair of Prada sunglasses you'd have made a terrible talk show host. And we both laugh. She chugs the remaining 3 ounces of her wine and almost misses the desk when she plops it down. Now I know why she got plastic. Okay, that's the end of this chapter. Nice chapter. I like it. It had some gems in it. And I see that they had the baby. I knew it was coming. And I like the description of how she explained how Levi looked. And what else was it? The conversation between her and Marina was really healthy. I like it. It was fun, light and fun. Okay, so it wasn't much to say about this chapter. It was a cute little chapter. I did run across 2 words, and let me get the first word. The first word is spelled CATHARTIC. Okay, it is an adjective. It's providing psychological relief through the open expression of strong emotions, causing, I don't know how to pronounce the word, so here we go.
Cathartic.
Cathartic. Did I say cathartic? Let me read the sentence. Let me say this. It was cathartic for both of us. I don't think I said cathartic. It sounds nice now.
Cathartic.
Okay, that's word number 1. And the second word is spelled SAUVIGON. Okay, it is a noun, and it's a variety of white wine grape. And I don't know if I pronounced it right. Here we go.
Sauvignon.
Oh, no, I ain't pronounced that right. Sauvignon. Say it again.
Sauvignon.
Sauvignon. Okay, it says she pops the cork and pours us both a full glass of, yep,
Sauvignon.
Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of this chapter. I'm gonna see you in the next chapter. Bye.